All right, guys. I think I skipped a week of doing this, but this is going to be a weekly recap. Coming to make a recap of last week, but since I've been making videos every day of trade recaps, I don't think I have to of the daily recaps. I don't think I have to do a weekly recap, so I didn't do it. But I do want to show from I think it was 2 weeks ago, actually, when the last weekly video was out. I wanted us to go, when we were here, this is the first place I wanted us to go down. Then I also said it can go up, and if it goes up, it's going to take out this high, which it did. And then that following week, I'm looking for it to start, to start wanting to move down, which we've made trades and took buys and sales within all of this successfully. But you later on through last week, Thursday and Friday, actually I think it was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday actually. Yep, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It started immediately going down, and the point that I marked, if you go back to one of the last weekly videos or the last one where I think I talked about this is where this line was here that I wanted us to at least get to. This is what I wanted, and then where it actually stopped at, because this is where I always like to see where price stopped, is right where our range is, right? 50% of that, and then it wicked back up really, really hard off the daily. This would have been a crazy trade off of the daily if this is something that I was looking for, but we were already done on Friday. I don't think I posted a video of a trade recap, but Friday was another successful day. We do have the 50K funded account, 50K funded accounts, and the 150K account only needs a little bit more, and then we're done with that as well. But since it came back to retest this, I'm honestly looking at potentially, or what I would at least like to see, because you don't know what the market is going to do. You could just follow it and ride the wave and make your money. I think, especially with this hard-ass wick, I think that we can definitely see some movement to the upside, or even if, let's say, the market opens in an hour, right, and price opens up and it wants to go down first and then start going up, I don't think we'll run this low just yet. I think we are going to go up a little bit and then potentially go back down, but this is just a nice simple retest for a move up. So realistically, how this should work, according to my method with RMC, which is pretty much a range initiation, coming back up in that range. That's why I mark it like that. I like the 50%, but some people at the firm, they get in at the beginning of the range, but I like the 50% because a lot of the time, you can just go back and do your own research with this and back test. A lot of the times when it hits the 50, it wicks it and immediately goes down. And my rule of thumb is that our first take profit is where the last low or high was that we left to go and mitigate. That's where we should be going. And in this case, this is the last high that we left before we came down to mitigate this area. So this is an area that I definitely plan on seeing get ran, or at least this getting filled. There is a gap here. So that's my bias for the NasDaq. I want price to go up a bit and first fill this up, and then potentially, hopefully by next week, it could take 2 weeks to do this or 3 weeks, but I want to see that high get ran. And on the smaller time frame, you can kind of already see, that price went up tremendously, so we should go down a bit when market opens. So we may actually see the market gap down with an open, or when it starts, just have a bearishness to it and then come back up. That's at least what I'm looking for, but of course we adjust depending on what we see. Because now that it mitigated, I'll be looking for that continuation back down to run that low and take profit there, or either hold into the next range that I believe that we can actually take. But that's it for the NasDaq weekly. I want to make these very short, simple, sweet, just like I do the dailies. You can see the profits, you can see the trades, but this is my bias for the week. We'll see if it plays out. We did get the down move we wanted, which was great, which we capitalized on those days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now I'm interested in seeing what price does. I'm not going to trade today when the market opens. I wait. So we're going to see what happens when the trade actually goes. When the market goes live in less than an hour, and I'm gonna wait until New York session, of course, in the morning, and see what it did. How did market open? Did it gap? Did market open and start going down, like I said, or did it start going up first? Like what's going to happen? Because this is off the daily, so this is going to take a while for this to actually play out. But that's simply what I'm looking for. And even now, like looking at the hour chart here, we have a range there that we use. We hit the 50, got a little past it, but we may want to cover some of this up, go down first, and then start going up. This is something that I'm saying like we should be, or at least that I'm looking for, and seeing what happens. And then depending on when New York session opens, I'm going to see if there's something that we created. When I say something, a range that we could potentially retest and make the trade there. And of course, you'll see it if I do see anything, and you'll see the trades that were executed for that day. Other than that, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy trading this week, and look forward to making some more videos.